All right, man. I want to talk about Billy Joe Saunders yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to tap in with Billy Joe Saunders video yesterday, so I'm getting to it today. Apparently, he called out Golovkin in Golovkin's hometown, and I'm glad I waited to do the video. But Billy Joe Saunders is just another UK fighter with a selective duck process that's looking for a quick check, a quick payday, and don't want to take the tough fights. But hey, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. All I'm saying is this, all right? I'm going to try to make this quick as possible, okay? Why is Billy Joe Saunders called out middleweights and he's super middleweight champion of the world, or title of the world, WBO? Okay, you should have never went for the WBO title if you still wanted to fight the middleweights. You calling out Golovkin, you calling out Canelo. All right. At the end of the day, that was cool when you was middleweight. Now, you say you can get back down to middleweight and you can fight. Your last fight, you look terrible, okay? That little guy you fought, garbage. You say you sent Callum Smith for offer, okay? But my whole thing is this. Why you ain't trying to unify with Caleb Plant? You know, why you ain't trying to unify with David Benavidez? You ought to notice these motherfuckers stay in the same circle. You know, fighters that of non-color, you know, not Mexicans, not blacks. You know how they try to stay in the same circle. He ain't been trying to call out Demetrius Andrade, and it was his fault. Now, if I'm Andrade, I won't want to fight him again. You know, at the end of the day, Billy Joe, Canelo, and Triple G, they calling out the same motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Guys that don't have a lot of movement, that ain't slick, that ain't athletic, that ain't young and spry. They calling out the same motherfuckers. They don't want to fight Jamal Charlo. And I'm not saying they can or can't beat Charlo before motherfuckers start jumping down my throats. They're not calling out Caleb Plant. They're not calling out David Benavidez. Even if he get his title back, I think everybody expects him to beat Anthony Durrell. I think it'll be a little bit tougher, but he gonna smoke his ass. And I like Ant, right? All right. He ain't trying to set up no fight with them. He trying to call out old stiff Golovkin. For what? Why is you coming back down to middleweight and you got a super middleweight title? You know, you talking about Canelo. Okay, I understand you want to fight Canelo. I mean, I definitely, he got 2 belts at middleweight. I understand it. But you a super middleweight WBO title. Shouldn't you be trying to unify? You know, you can entice Golovkin to come up, but Golovkin ain't coming up. You can entice Canelo to come up. He might feel like it's worth his while, but at the end of the day, Billy Joe Saunders ain't nothing but another United Kingdom duck fighter looking for the highest payday. All right, that's just what it is. I don't care to see him fight versus Golovkin. I don't care to see him versus Canelo at this point, unless Canelo moves up or Golovkin move up. How about you start, you know, building up fights with Caleb Plant? Why you don't see Callum Smith calling out Caleb Plant? You don't see Callum Smith trying to set up a fight with Benavidez, even if he get the title versus Durrell, because he champion the recess. He ain't saying their name. They saying Canelo. They saying Golovkin. They saying Billy Joe. All the motherfuckers staying in their same network. Pay attention. Pay attention. Caleb Plant got the IBF. Benavidez gonna regain the WBC. And a lot of people come and tell me, Mexican, black, white, Filipino, from Thailand, Japanese, Chinese, whoever come through this channel or I meet out on social media, they come here and they tell me that the WBC is the most prestigious title. All right, Jamal Charlo got the WBC title. Why ain't Billy Joe Saunders trying to call him out and go back down and snatch the WBC? Okay, why ain't Canelo Alvarez trying to catch that fade? Why he get stripped of the WBC title, not trying to fight Jamal Charlo? Why Triple G put off the title eliminator twice not to fight Jamal Charlo? I don't get it. Because if it's about the money, well, then the motherfucker fought Rocky Field and Canelo. Golovkin just fought Steve Rose. Like, I don't understand. What's the fear in certain fighters? Oh, he don't bring enough money to the table. Neither Rocky Field or Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs don't have a bigger fan base than Jamal Charlo. And if you think about it, he got a nice little head start on him. Danny Jacobs can't even fill out the Barclays system. Charlo at least put 11,000 in the NRG. At least you know he bringing 10,000 to wherever y'all fight at. If it's in Dallas, Arlington, wherever you want to say it's at, American Airlines Arena, if it's at Jerry World, if you go to San Antonio, hey, nigga bringing 10,000. And that was just for a Brandon Adams fight. Imagine what he can bring across Texas. You know what he can pull in the Barclays Center. He been fought there at least once, I remember. So I mean, if you Canelo, I mean, it's gonna fill up. the brother's going to come out in full support for Jamal Charlo. He proved that at the crib. Jaime McGuire didn't have nobody at his fight versus Anuiwa in Texas. And that was in Houston. David Benavidez, everybody like to make money off Mexicans, right? Even if he get that title back and he young, he 21, 22, and I think he got a lot of room to grow. Billy Joe Saunders will knock on that door. Billy Joe Saunders wouldn't try to open the door. He wouldn't try to be a Jehovah's Witness to convert the nigga over. He wouldn't even go on that. He wouldn't even go on that block. Callum Smith neither. Callum Smith won't go on that block. He ain't been trying to unify with nobody. This nigga been begging for Canelo. He ain't say Caleb Plant. He ain't say Benavidez. He ain't said none of them niggas' names. That nigga ain't no exclusive to zone fighter. You 6'3", and they know what's up. Same thing with Roberto Ramirez. His highlight of his career at 168 beating Jesse Hart. No disrespect to Jesse Hart. What the fuck he did in his career? Beating Jesse Hart twice. Ain't nobody going. Wasn't nobody trying to knock on Plant door. Benavidez neither. He Mexican. Canelo was trying to fight. What's homeboy name? Jaime Munguia. Why not go and fight David Benavidez? Golovkin know he don't want to fight that boy. Billy Joe Saunders, he ain't try to call them niggas out. He ain't look that way. He calling out Golovkin's skill, knowing Golovkin ain't trying to move up. All the motherfucking ducks of a feather flock together. Billy Joe, Callum Smith, Triple G, Canelo, especially Callum Smith. Callum Smith should be trying to make a name for himself in this sport. He ain't did shit at that division. They gave him the lineal title for beating old ass George Groves. He barely won his first round fight. Then Yerman Berman, who beat Rob Brandt, he fell out in the second round with a sickness or injury. He ain't done shit. You beat George Groves. Caleb Plant beat the shit out of George Groves too, and I got a lot of respect for George Groves. David Benavidez run over George Groves too, especially with one arm. He ain't trying. Oh, I'm about to move up. I mean, how the fuck you gonna talk about moving up, trying to fight Kovalev? You ain't did shit at 168, Callum Smith. And that's what I be talking about, bruh. These dudes don't have no competitive spirit. Nah, Canelo got a nice little resume compared to everybody up here. You know what? At the end of the day, he can steady rock to the end of his career. They still gonna dub him. Compared to everybody, they gonna dub him a Hall of Famer. No matter all the bullshit he done did and been through and all the skeptical things, that's cool. But Golovkin, you ain't done shit. Golovkin ain't no Hall of Famer in my opinion. You don't think he be trying to fight some of these dudes? Billy Joe, he ain't done shit. Callum Smith, he ain't done nothing. You would think he been trying to fight some of these dudes. You notice it's a certain level, it's a certain fighters people call out. Certain fighters you don't hear get called out. Who last time, other than Plant Benavidez calling each other name out? Who done called out Jamal Charlo? Who done called out Caleb Plant? Who done called out David Benavidez beside each other? None of them. Ramirez wasn't calling them niggas out. And Benavidez is the youngest super middleweight champion ever, 21 years old. You would think that, oh, he young, I can get WBC belt. See, the WBC belt is prestigious when it's a money man holding it. It's prestigious when it ain't a threat holding it. It's prestigious, it's prestigious only then. All them fucking belts you can say, oh man, I'm in the WBC, they crooks. Oh, the Super WBA, I got too many belts. The IBF, no man, they ranking system suck. WBO, that's what Bob ordered belt, and that's De La Hoya belt. See, you can use that excuse when it's convenient to use it when it's a certain fighter you don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe ain't calling out none of niggas his division. None of them. Because if Wilder and Fury 2 could be made, why can't Billy Joe and Caleb Plant be named? Why can't Billy Joe and Jamal Charlo be named? And they had a little spat a couple years ago over Chris Eubanks Jr. Why can't Billy Joe and David Benavidez? He Mexican. He bring money to the table just like Canelo. You know what? Because they cowards. They cowards. Billy Joe, Callum Smith, and Golovkin. They cowards. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame Andre. I still want to whoop Billy Joe ass. I wouldn't fight that motherfucker, man, again. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Keep sharing the videos, man. Don't forget our intro instrumental link in the description as well. And if you got a video request, go ahead and hit me up on social media. Or you can email me But let me know what you think, man. Billy Joe and Callum Smith and Golovkin, they on some bull sniff, man. But y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV, we gone.